Going live? And we're live!
Hello, everybody. Hello, fellow bike coders. How are you guys doing? We're live, right?
Yeah, I think we're
Oh,
live.
okay,
I hope
okay.
so.
Cool. All right. All right. Hopefully, everybody's having a fantastic day. I'm here joined by Adam, and today we're going to be doing a 4th of July little quiz, patriotic quiz. Do we want to call it that?
Celebration
So
thing,
4th of
right?
July is, yeah, in honor of, the holiday 4th of July that passed like 4 days ago. We decided to make a little holiday special, I guess, kind of thing.
Yes.
Where we're gonna make a quiz that will have a surprise in the end. And
Ooh.
mysterious, isn't it? Okay, so I guess we just get started. All
Yeah.
right, let's do it. So we're gonna be making this in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Name of it, I don't know, 4th of July, I guess.
Yeah.
Create
Okay.
REPL. Oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna be doing REPL this time and not like another what's it called?
A decent IDE.
IDE. Yeah. We just thought
uh,
it was easier. Okay, so let's start off with making I don't know, questions. So we haven't covered HTML that much in the channel, but this this stream will be like an intro to it, I guess. So basically what we're gonna be making, or actually, Adam, do you want to explain, or do you want me to go for it?
oh yeah, so we'll just be making first we want to start off with like a nice simple quiz. Like, how much do you know about America quiz? And if you get it all right, then we'll do like something like a fireworks show or something. Right. So
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna make a form element to hold all of our things in there.
Mm-hmm. Just like that.
Yeah,
And
inside the
basically,
form.
yeah. Sorry, sorry.
Oh,
You want to
sorry.
go for it? You want to go for it?
Okay, we're gonna have questions with like answer choices, right? So we can have like a question in like a H3 tag or something. Who was the first president? And then we're gonna have our little answer choices, right, in the form of input tags. So each input is a different answer choice.
Mm-hmm.
And so our input type is we're gonna use the radio type,
A
which
radio
means that
button.
yeah, radio buttons. So like if it's like we have George Washington, John Adams, Alexander Hamilton. You'll only be able to choose one of the three people. You can't choose all of them.
Correct. So
Mm-hmm.
let's start off with doing. Let's put three answer choices, right?
Yeah.
We'll just start off with three. So just copy and paste, really. That is three. I was about to put four. Okay, so now we can put a name here, right? George Washington
Yeah,
here.
and
What other person we put here?
uh, John Adams,
John Adams. Who else?
uh,
Tom.
Benjamin Franklin,
Benjamin
Thomas Jefferson.
Franklin. We know our history.
Uh huh.
We definitely know our history.
Benjamin Franklin.
Let's run it, and there we go. There you have it. We have who was the first president, and then we have radio buttons that we can click, and we can click all of them apparently. All right. So,
Yes, and
um,
that would be a huge problem.
yes, it would. Yes, it would.
Should
Okay,
we try to prevent this?
let's
Uh,
prevent that. So
so
I
yeah.
believe we can put. We
Well,
have to. Oh, right. We have to
we
put
give
a label for each one, right?
a name. So
A
name
name.
equals. Well, no, you do name. You say that name equals question one or something.
Question one.
Yeah, something like that. So this is like the grouping
Mm-hmm.
for the questions. So like if you put like a name, so you can have multiple sets of radio buttons, and then each set of radio buttons gets its own like name. Oh.
Correct. So if we do that, there we go. We can only choose one now.
What?
Just like that. Just what we want.
Uh
Okay.
huh.
So now that's done. Should we make more questions then?
Yeah, although it's worth mentioning that we should use something like labels. right? For
Oh, right,
good
the
practice.
labels. Yes, yes. Let's talk
Although
about
we,
labels.
although we don't have to at this point.
We don't have to, but I
We
guess you'd
really
be.
don't have to.
Yeah, we don't have to. Let's not do that. But I guess what
We don't have to.
Adam is
But
trying to
what we do
say.
have to do this, we do have to give them.
You want to explain what you're gonna do? We're out of the place right
Well,
now.
there's another. So right now we have like the George Washington thing, where like you could choose George Washington, you could choose John Adams, but there's another way to do this with like a label tag, essentially, where you're assigning a label to it, which allows you to manipulate where the text forms, and it's better for like screen readers and stuff. So let's say we wanted like just like in this case we don't need it, but let's say we want like the name to come before the button, right? So we could say we can have a label, and we could put George Washington in it or something like that, and then we can have say 4, like give it a little value.
Oops,
Oh,
that is not what we want. There we go. And then we have to name the
give
ID
it
of whatever it is, right?
yeah the idea of whatever we're trying to do. In this case, it has no
For
idea, so
now,
we like
let's just put it first for now, just to show
yeah.
them.
So we give the input idea first, and then we get rid of the George Washington right there. So that when we push run, it puts it beforehand. And so you get more choice over where you want your label to be.
Kind of like a
So,
customization, really.
yeah. There's also some like other benefits in terms of like accessibility, but in this case, it's not really too important, so we can just leave
Yeah,
like
we don't
this.
need to do it.
But what we do have to do is we do have to give everything a value.
Yes, a value.
So since this is some sort of like quiz of sorts, we're going to give each item a value depending on whether that's correct or wrong. So if it's correct, we'll give it a value of 1, and if it's wrong,
Incorrect, value of 0.
yeah.
So basically, what we're gonna tally up the scores through each and every single answer. Basically, that's what we're gonna do. And this
Yeah.
value is gonna help us get to that counter at the end. Okay, so you want to put more questions now?
Yeah, let's add another question. So we can just
Okay.
copy and paste this basic thing that we have right here.
All right. What's the next question?
That's a good question. And also chat if people are watching, if you guys have any good questions, I recommend please do leave it in the chat right now.
Yeah.
Uh,
So,
let's go with a very uncreative. Who was the third? No, who was the second president?
who is the second president? Okay. So let's put instead of George Washington, we'll put
Uh, Thomas Jefferson. Let's go,
Thomas
Thomas
Jefferson.
Jefferson.
Obviously, we have to keep John Adams in here.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's change his place. Let's change him into third or something. And then we'll put Alexander Hamilton.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay.
This is not fair. I don't know. This is fair.
Not bad, not bad. Like that. There we go.
So in this case, we're changing up the values.
For each and
Oh,
every
someone
single right answer. Well, yeah.
someone asked, why is it needed to use forms? Why not put the elements in a div container?
See, now we can do that. See, so divs, how they're used is we can create every single. We can make a div anywhere. We can make a div specifically for the H3 if we want. We can make a div for the inputs. But for now, we're not going to focus on making a div yet until we get to, designing stuff. That's what
Yeah.
divs are mainly used for, as containers for you to like design whatever you want. Like, let's say you want the form to have a background of red, but the body background you want to have it like blue or something. That's when divs come in. But
Yeah.
right now we're not going to be focusing on that too much. So that's why we're not putting any divs yet.
Another thing that's worth mentioning is that like forms have built-in additional functionality, like where if you push a bit, it can do more stuff easily with it. Like whenever you like log into a thing, it's in a form because then you can send information to a server easily. We're not going to take advantage of that today, but you can do it.
Yeah.
It's also very good for when other people are reading your code because then you can see, oh, it's a form. Very clearly, it's asking the user for input. Versus what is this? What is this? Is this a div tag? Does it do something special? If you see a form, you're like, oh, definitely a form. So
Yeah.
hope that answers your question.
For sure. Okay, so What's gonna be the third question?
When Kim has a suggestion.
Oh,
When did the U.S. declare independence?
when did the U.S. declare independence? That's a good question.
Oh, I think I heard there's a little bit of uncertainty around this,
Yeah,
right?
there is. When did the
Ah,
U.S. Declare independence? Right. That's the question.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, independence.
Um, there is some
So
historical debate over what specific dates. I think we should just go for years. 1773, 1774. We can even add in like four things here. 1775.
I'm sorry. I just had to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Like,
I had to. I had to. I'm sorry. It was too good. It was too good. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay.
I was like 1770, and then, oh yeah, that's how this works.
Okay. So, obviously that's not it. Oops. All right, there we go.
Josh.
I meant not 4. It's 3.
Clearly,
I knew that.
clearly,
I knew
clearly.
that. No, I definitely knew that, man. What is it?
1776.
See, I was testing you guys. See, that's the thing. I was testing you guys, making sure you guys caught that. Obviously, history is not my strong suit. Never was.
Uh,
Never will be. That's okay.
right. I got close. Got close.
Ow. Okay, so what's the third question? Oh no, fourth question. I can't even count either. What's the fourth question now?
Fourth question. Um, uh,
I just realized I didn't change the
oh, oh,
questions.
oh, oh, yeah. Maybe we should show them what happens when you don't change the question thing.
Okay.
So if we kept the name of the questions the same, as remember, like they're all okay. Yeah. So now if we push towards Washington, we try to select Alexander Hamilton. It deselects the one previously because it's like, oh, these are all the same question of sorts, and you only have to set one. You only have to choose one of them. So we have to name all the names something different. Also, a little nifty thing you can do is you could go through and do it like that. But if you select somewhere, like let's say you select like right, you're gonna change like the question values for the names for the third question. If you hold down Control and you click, you could put your cursor in multiple areas.
What? You could do
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
What?
So you can change multiple things at once. Like let's say you want to change all those. You push backspace, two, backspace.
Yo, that's
Yeah.
actually. Oh no, I messed up here. That's okay.
Someone says, is there a way to keep the radio buttons blank before user input? They should be blank by
They
default, I
should be
think, right?
blank by default. Yes, they are
Yeah, like, can
blank
we
by
push
default.
run? Yeah, they're blank by default.
Hmm.
So there's no correct answer, and then they can choose.
Yep.
Um, Another thing that's worth mentioning is that the way we're doing this, the validation is on the what we call the client side, because like so if they dig into the code, they can see that the value changes based on if it's wrong or right. If this was an actual quiz, you would want to do this on. You would want to send their answers onto a server, and the server has the answer key.
Hmm.
But that's a lot harder.
Yes. Hmm.
So
For
stick
now,
with
we're just
the
gonna.
easy. Check your own answers.
Hmm. Basically.
Or this is more like a passing grade, really.
Google Forms. Yes, think of it like that. Okay, what'll
Okay.
be the
Well,
fourth question?
um, let's see. How many? Oh, well, someone's asking more about the client side.
The client side of what? How we're
Oh,
doing this?
I guess so. Like when you're doing like website design, there's a client side and there's a server side. So the client side is what happens on your local computer, like as the person's accessing the website, and the server side is what's happening on some other distant computer far away. So in this case, it's going to load this HTML document on their computer, and if they look at the HTML document, they'll be able to see the values for each input, and they'll be able to see, okay, this is 1, this is 0, 0, 0. We'll look at more into the code. Like we'll be writing the code to like process this on their computer as well. It's not very secure because they could just look into the code and see what's going on.
See what? Yeah.
Yeah. Versus
Instead
server
of having
side
it
handling.
secured in another.
Yeah.
Sorry, in another.
Yeah. So server side handling would just be like, okay, they chose 1776, and it would send it to the server, and the server would be like, oh yeah, that's right. But the computer back here wouldn't know if it's right or wrong.
Right.
So there's no way for them to go in and see what we've encoded as the correct answer, unless they hack our servers or something, which are far and far away.
Yes.
Yeah. What if we do something like how many branches of government do we have?
Okay. Yeah. How many branches of government?
Yes.
That's correct.
For this, we could use a drop-down box, but that would make things a lot harder. So,
Would it?
Look, when we process the inputs,
Maybe.
because then we have to process each input type.
I don't think it will because that's something else. Maybe. Oops, that's not what I want. Okay.
You want 3,
4. 4. Boop. Boop. Okay. I learned this new thing from Adam.
Save so much time. Look, watch.
That is so cool. I still can't get over that. That is so cool.
Oh, you gotta change it to question 4.
Oh, you're right. I already have question 3. There we go. Okay.
Okay, so now we did that, right? Now if push run, it looks it's just a simple quiz, and woohoo!
We have every specific answer for each specific question, and this is the question. I think this is fine for now, right?
Yeah, this should be good for now. We'll add some more stuff in later, but that's good for now, right?
Yeah.
So now we just have we're gonna add a submit button, and we're going to process their answer whenever they're done.
To do a button is very simple in HTML. Just go to a button tag, then close button tag, oops, and then the name of it. Submit, and then if we run it, there you can see it doesn't do anything because we're not telling it to do anything yet, but
it's there.
But it's there, yes. So, shall we do the script now?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, all right. JavaScript. Okay, so should we do the fireworks first?
No. Let's just process it and then like give them like their correct answer or something. And then
okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna count basically each input basically in the form, and then we're gonna read whenever it's selected. We're gonna read the value of it, and then from that value, we're gonna process that into a tally count kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's how we're gonna do this.
So we're going through each input. If they selected it and it's right, it'll add whatever the value is. If they selected it and it's wrong, then it'll just add 0 to the counter, which will do nothing.
That's
and
why
if
the
they
value is
do
important.
Do nothing. Yes, that's where the values come.
Very important. Okay, so we're gonna call it what? Point count.
The point count, yeah.
Point count. Let me do this. Okay, so the way I'm gonna do this is the way I found out through searching how to get elements from a form. And it's very simple. It's getting basically the elements.
Hey, Pog.
Is TT here?
Yes,
TT
he's
arrived.
He's late. Oh, he's calling our stream late. Okay. Just to clarify, Josh and I both had family events last Saturday. I hope all of y'all had a wonderful 4th of July as well.
For sure. TT's calling us out, man.
Ah,
Okay, so as I was saying, so basically all I'm gonna do is basically get the elements under a specific selector, and this is called document dot get query selector dot get, where is it, document dot, oh no, not get, it's query selector all. Basically what this is saying is, okay, out of all of the things that are in the by the way, the document is referencing the HTML document. Out of everything that I'm about to specify right now, I want you to look for these things, and I want you to look for an ID of, it could be anything, a form, it could be a div, it could be even headers that have the ID of, let's call it form, my form, the form,
the
quiz
horn,
form,
quiz
quiz
for?
form, quiz form. Let's call it quiz form. And I want to we can even specify even deeper by saying it in this quiz form, in whichever elements have the ID of quiz form, I want to look for specifically the inputs. And I can say that in these inputs, I don't want just the text. I don't want there are many forms of inputs. I just want the radio, type equals to radio. This is the most specific that you can get here to get specific radio buttons, which will be
Yeah.
all of these. Okay, so now that we have that, we call it into a var. These are elements. Now we're gonna
So,
have
yeah.
counter,
A counter or a score or something,
a
right?
score.
Like how many correct answers they get.
We could put score if you want.
Well, let's go with counter because like
Or
it's not like
counter.
really a score out of 100. It's more like a how many questions. Right?
Oops. Okay. So now we're gonna do a for loop, and basically this for loop is gonna go through each and every single element. It's very, very interesting how this works. So I'm gonna have a variable I equals 0, and I'm gonna have another variable I'm gonna call element, right? And then we're not gonna go through iterator because all the elements are already in here, right? So all we're gonna do here is just go element equals elements, and then inside of, the elements, I want you to go to the next one after I is 0, right? Which would be 1, then 2, and then so on and so forth. So, oops. Okay, so now that that's done, now that we're running through each and every single
Don't you
element,
need another semicolon?
I need another semicolon. Oh, I do. You're right. There we go. Sorry. Too much Java. I mean, Python. Okay, so from here on out, since I'm able to read every single input, now I want to know if it was checked. So it's really simple. All you gotta do is just an if element dot checked, just like that. If element was checked, if you clicked on it, then what I want you to do, I want you to get the value, right? The value of it. So it's gonna be like this: var number equals to element dot, and then we put value. Now the thing here is that the value here is actually being casted to a string. So we need to be able to parse it into an integer, in order for it to tally up. Should I show them what happens if I don't do the parsing?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
let's do that.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
so we'll
so
do
the
counter plus equals to number,
mhm.
right?
And then
And
we're gonna
then,
log the counter.
yeah, we're gonna log the counter. It's, what is it? Console.log, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, log counter.
So now we're just gonna output what the counter is just for test purposes to the console.
And I was about to make a huge mistake. It was not gonna run because I didn't put on the button. So in order to make it run once the button is clicked, it's an event called onClick equals to, and then whatever your function name is with the parentheses, right? And then, okay, we should be good. Let's run it. Let's do George Washington. Let's do Thomas Jefferson, right? Because that's wrong. When the
Uh
U.S.
huh.
declared president, I'm gonna put rent. 76. I was random. Wow. I'm gonna put 0. Submit. It came out as 0
Oh no,
because
we
that
did
was the
something wrong.
last. Well, yeah, because it was the last one that was come out. That has come out.
No, but like
Oh,
it
we
should
didn't tally up.
concatenate.
You're right.
If element let's see.
Element equals element I plus plus, right? You're going through
Oh,
your
did we
notes.
give the form like quiz form? So we have to get the form and ID as well
That's
in
right.
order
I
to
forgot.
reference it
Hmm.
using our query select thing.
Now let's
So
see
now,
if that works. There we go. That's what we want.
oh, look at this. We
So you can
get
see that George Washington was 1. This Alexander Hamilton, that's not the right answer, so it was 0. Then 1774, also 0. Wait, is there how many questions we have?
oh, it started off at 0.
Oh, that's right. Okay. All right, so there we have it. So that's what happens when you don't parse it into an integer. So now
Oh,
let's do.
so someone made it recommendation that we don't actually need to, but it's very good observation. They suggested putting radio in quotes on our query selector.
Oh, like semi quote. I mean, single
Like
quotes like
single
this.
quotes. Which I don't think we need to do, right?
It's it's to be more specific. Actually, he's right, or whoever said that. It is better to put it like this in order to be specific to that. That's the type that we're looking for.
Yeah.
We don't
Also note
have
that
to, but it's good to put. Sorry.
yeah. So very good catch. Very good practice. Also, this is common cause of problems.
For
JavaScript.
sure.
Yes.
So let's try it now. Right. Meh. Let me see. We got 2 questions out of 4.
Yeah, because now it's adding them together instead of just squashing zeros and ones together.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's the quiz. So
Do you want to display the score
display
underneath or
the
something?
score. Okay. Yeah. So we could put simply. Let's just keep that console log here. Now we can just put. Basically, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put like a paragraph here that is able to display text. I'm not gonna put anything in it, but I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna give it an ID of score, right? And
Mm-hmm.
basically, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go in this method, and we're gonna say, we're gonna get document, which is referencing the HTML document, get element by ID, and then whichever element has the ID of score, I want you in .inner HTML, also important. I want you to put a counter, which will be the score. If we run it, submit, there we go. We got 0. Should I put like your score equals blah blah blah?
Yeah, your score, and then blah 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 blah. Yeah. Also, and then maybe plus like out of 4 or something. Um, someone says, or TT says, how much would you bet that the average voter cannot score 100% on this?
uh,
A lot of money. Most unfortunately. There's some not Pew research. Like there's some other research out there about like things like this where like how many branches does the U.S. government have? I think only 30% were able to name all 3 branches.
Really?
And I think around the same number couldn't name a single branch of government in the U.S.
Oh man. Hey, we should put that as what are the branches of government?
What are the branch? Which is not a branch of government? And
Which
then
is not a branch of government. You know what? Let's put that. I can. Let's do that.
okay. So Swako says hi. I'm subscribed to your channel. Woohoo! You get a shout out. And people are saying this is very depressing.
Depressing.
Well,
What's
that
depressing?
no, that people don't that that people don't know like the 3 branches of government and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah. It's a
Let me
little.
see.
Oof. Yeah. Which of these are not a branch of government? Does that question make sense? Which of these are not a branch?
Which of these? Which of these is not? Which of these?
Is not Which of these aren't?
Which of these are not? Which of these is not?
Which of the following
Which of the following is not?
is not a branch of government? There we go. So then we can put let's put judicial in here. Let's put
Executive.
executive, and then let's put a random one.
Federal.
Federal.
Well, I mean, you could consider that a branch to
But
some
it's
extent,
not
right?
an established branch. It's not like legislative.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna post a link to the board the pressing survey in the chat.
Okay.
Someone asked, where in the script do you guys verify if they answered correctly? So the verification happens. Or Josh, want to explain this?
I'm sorry. What was the question? I didn't quite hear.
Where in the script do you guys verify if they answered correctly?
If they answered correctly.
Yes.
So basically, what happens is when you select a radio button, and we have it in the script here. When it's selected, when we are checking the element value, and then this value has been given to each and every single input. And basically how we tally it up if it's right or wrong is that if it's correct, then we put 1. If it's wrong, then we put 0. So basically every time you select it, we're selecting the value of it being add up to the counter. So essentially what's happening is every time you select it, either it's going to add 1 or it's going to add 0 to the counter. And that's how we're getting our answers to say that it's right or wrong, by just putting the values. And then we output that score, the counter, into the paragraph that is empty here. Oops.
Yeah.
In the HTML. That's how we're getting it to saying right or wrong. I hope that answered their question. Okay. Should I put another fake? Or no? Yeah, let's just do this.
Let's just do this. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Oh wait. Oops.
Oh, maybe like let's change the question. Maybe like which of the following is not one of the 3 branches of government? So like we're referring to like the tradition, like the
oh.
Yeah, there's 3 branches versus because there's some people who would argue that there's a federal, state branches, or there's Also, just pulled up the survey. 39% in the last year could name all 3 branches. 22% couldn't name a single one. 25% were able to name 1 branch, and 14% were able to name 2 branches.
Oof. That's a big oof. Okay.
It's gone up in recent years, though.
Okay, so that's done. So let's check. Wait, did I put it? I did not. Wait, yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Yes. All right, cool. Oh, I didn't change the question. I was wondering what happened there. Let me do out of 5 here as well. Oh yeah, let me run it again. So we got George Washington. I'll say George Adams. Okay, then we got John Adams. And let's see. Where is it? Which is one? Federal. Submit. 5 out of 5. There we go. So that's done. The quiz is done. So now let's do the surprise, which is fireworks. So just to be clear, we didn't make the script of the fireworks. We did have somebody else's script here. So this is definitely not ours. Let's put. I'm putting in a function called firework.
Yeah.
Fireworks. I don't know, function.
We can just call it fireworks.
Fireworks. Just fireworks.
Yeah.
And then, okay, and then we get his stuff here. There we go. I believe that is the code itself.
So the link out for the if you guys want to copy
Yeah,
the
for
function
sure.
that we're copying there.
Let's see. Okay, it should work. Oh yeah, but we need to put it up here, right? We need to call the actual method here, which is just fireworks.
No, so we want to call fireworks if their score is high enough, right?
You want to do that?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's gonna do that.
So, all right, that's fine. So we could, since Adam wants it to like say that if you answered a specific amount right, then you're gonna see the fireworks. If not, then you're just gonna show the score. So to how much? Up to 5?
Yeah. Say they get all 5 right.
Say they get all 5 right. Okay. So then it's gonna be a simple if. So if counter is if counter is greater than what 4, then what we could do is we could call the actual function itself fireworks in here, just like that.
Yeah. So so I sent the link out to all the fireworks code if you guys want to take a look at that.
Hmm.
Um, and then someone says we should try testing our code with like wrong responses.
Wrong responses? What do you mean? Like putting
Like
on
yeah,
like
putting like faulty answers in there.
oh yeah, for sure. That's what we were trying to make sure that everything works. It's better to select every single like option you have, right? Like let's say George and Alexander Hamilton. Like let's say you did all the first column here, and then you submit, then you check, and then the next test would be getting all of these and check to make sure that there's no bugs, right? I guess that's more for the
Test.
developers that are testing, with test
Yes.
cases and stuff. But yeah,
There-
that is one way to do it. So let's see if these fireworks work. Hopefully these work. All right. So who's the second president? It was
It's gonna be a little finicky at first.
at first. It will be, yes, for sure.
We'll make it a little better. So these for submit. Oh no!
Oh no. Dollar is
Oh, we didn't import
oh we
jQuery.
didn't import. Yeah, we didn't import jQuery.
So the thing requires jQuery. It's just a short little bit of code.
Mm-hmm.
jQuery is like something that helps make JavaScript a lot easier to type. It's just this lines right here where it's like script equals source https://code.jquery.com/jquery dash
3.1
whatever version number you want.
min.js. I
Yeah.
mean, you said the HTTPS. Why not just say it all? Okay,
Yeah.
now
So
let's try that again.
now you finish this.
Can I separate? Uh-oh.
Oh.
Height of
Oh.
wall?
What's going on?
Hmm.
Hmm. The height.
Oh,
Oh, we
we
don't
didn't
have
put a canvas.
Okay. So yeah. So the fire is going to display in the camp. Should we make it so that the quiz form disappears?
So you want to make the div then?
Yeah. Well, we can just make the form disappear, right?
The form disappear? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that too.
So we're going to give the space for the fireworks now, which we forgot to do, and we're going to do that through a canvas. So we're going to type canvas, and then new canvas right there.
Or end tag, I mean. And we're gonna have the ID of what does he have it to?
Fireworks. I don't. Oh, well, let's see. What we have it in there? We had it as my canvas.
My canvas. My canvas. We don't have to put anything in it. Just that. Make sure that the canvas is there. And also, we want to make the form disappear, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go into style, right? Or is it?
No, in the scripting. So if the counter is greater than 4, we want to make the form disappear, and we want to call firework.
Quiz
So
form like that. Dot hidden.
yes, and so we're going to say we're going to grab the quiz form by using document like element by ID quiz form. Hidden equals true. We can also use jQuery here. To show off how the jQuery
not
works.
really sure. Let's do it. You got me through this. It's been a while since I've done jQuery, so.
Okay, it's been a while. So I think if we do $sign, open parentheses, open quote,
open quote,
dot quiz form,
dot quiz form,
dot hidden
equals
true.
true.
No, wait. That's for classes, right?
Oh yeah, that dot is for classes.
No, hashtag for ID.
Number sign, yes.
So this is So those two lines mean the same thing. The
Yes.
first one, line 14, is written with jQuery. The second one is written with just pure JavaScript. As you can see, the jQuery one is a lot shorter,
It's a
not
lot, yeah,
easier to
easier to
comprehend,
read for sure.
which is why so many people use it. So it's a very common thing you'll see. We're going to stick with that for now. Push run.
I made it work. Okay, let's see. Hmm. 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 Yes. And there we have it. We have the fireworks, and the form did not hide.
Did not hide.
Did not hide.
That's interesting. Maybe the jQuery thing doesn't work.
Or maybe we
What?
did the wrong one.
Maybe it is a dot.
Who knows? All right, let's do it again.
Is there a preference to use jQuery or JS? It's jQuery takes it. There's no real difference. In this case, oh, see, look, now it
I
disappeared.
think
Okay, so
I think it depends on um there jQuery has some like advantages when it comes to it, right? Like
mhm.
like Adam said, it becomes easier to read. It basically does the same thing here, but you can where's my mouse? But it's easier to see which code you're able to read it faster, right? And you'll be able to organize it efficiently, work it. Obviously, we don't know the syntax of jQuery, but if we did, then yeah, we would be able to use jQuery to do the same thing. Just that it does become a little bit easier and faster to code your program. So I think it's based up to personal preference, but
Yeah. Well,
what do you
there's
think?
some things like the pure JavaScript is slightly faster on the computer, I think. Uh, but yeah, I think people tend to prefer jQuery just because it's easier.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Should we make it nice now? Look nice?
Yeah. So now if you push, oh, should we move the submit button above the canvas?
Oh, yeah. That's a good where
Um,
to start. Yeah, let's do that.
Actually, we could just move the canvas outside of the. No,
What do you mean?
wait. We want the submit button in the score in
In
the
the
form,
form?
right? Yeah. So now it has something like this. We
Okay.
do a little cleanup right here. So we push run
Let's push run. Oh.
with. Oh no! Oh
Oh,
no!
which one is to break to like make a new line? Is it BR? ER?
BR inserts a line
Oh,
in
it's just a
there.
line. Never mind. That's not what we meant.
We could just put it in like a separate
In a
div or
separate
something.
div.
Oh, we don't have a closing div.
We don't have
I
a
mean, we
div
have an
in
opening div.
general. We don't have a div in general. How about I make a separate div for form?
No, but this is all in the form. Wait, we can make a div for questions.
For the questions themselves? Okay. And the score? With the button?
No, like so that because we want the enter, we want it to break like before the submit button, right?
Right.
So we're just gonna toss in the closing div.
Oh, yeah, closing div. My bad.
Oh, I know I'm like whispering to you, but I know like the audience can hear it just as well.
Yeah. Sorry. It was just throwing me off about the whole submit being there. I was just thinking of a way to make it
So
center.
there's many ways to move it down. Like this is not just the only way.
So let's give this an ID of what do you want to call it? Like form design?
It's maybe like yeah, like
Design form?
form. Yeah. So we can give this a nice thing. We can say the background, and we can do all sorts of stuff.
It would be background color, right?
Yeah. Well, do you want to make the background of like the body first?
Of the body? Of the body? Yeah, let's do that.
So now we're
So
just going through adding some CSS in. Obviously, Josh and I not very good at CSS. We're much better at like other people designing CSS and just using their CSS. Um,
although it's fun to, try to make your own designs
yeah.
when you know the language, that is.
So
Okay.
right now we have the background black, which poses the problem. If we push run, kind of horrendous. So we had two options. We could make all the text white, or we can have the form inside its own box that is now black. Okay, yeah, text color equals white, and then
Does that work?
no.
No, I figured it wouldn't. Okay.
Uh,
I was
why
just
does-
curious. I don't know if it
that should work though, right?
maybe should we put it blue or red? Trying to make it.
The background.
Yeah.
Let's make it red, I guess.
Is there any like like dark red? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a dark red.
How do you? Is it like? Oh, it's like
Yeah,
dark
yeah.
dark red. Oh, nice. See, there you go.
That's
That
not
looks
too
cool.
bad.
But that
Oh, but
text though.
now the form, that the submit button's not in there.
Yeah, because it's only for the form itself. Remember?
Oh, but we want
Oh,
we
we
want the
want the
submit button.
quiz form.
We can just change it to quiz form, honestly. The CSS style.
Like that.
So that kind of puts it in there.
Oh, I
We
know how
have
to
to.
change it. Sorry, I know how to change the text to color. Can we just give every single input a class?
Well, we can just say input, like all the input types, right?
Or yeah, all the input and all the yeah yeah
Yeah.
yeah.
Now we can say okay, we want all the input things to have.
Or to make it even more efficient, we put h3 and input a class of a class. I mean a class name and then input the color, whatever we want. But anyway, yeah, like that. um, quiz form. What else do we need? Uh, we want to center it, don't we? Actual text itself.
Yeah. Oh, we can just use color if we want to change the color of the text.
On what?
In like
Form?
inside the thing. Yeah, inside the form, we could say color equals white or color colon white or something.
Really? That's how it works?
Oh,
Oh, so I was doing text color.
which is apparently not a thing.
Oh,
Uh,
interesting. Okay.
so we have this. Maybe we toss a heading on it, like
Yes,
4th
let's
of
do a heading.
July.
Okay. We could do it like Happy 4th of July. 4th of July. Like that. Let's run that. There we go.
And then say we answer the questions, and we push, and it goes away.
Put yes. Boom.
Yes.
Oh,
What happened?
I don't know. That was weird.
Wait.
It hid, but then it didn't hide. Let's run that
Weird.
again. That was weird.
Okay.
Yes. Yo.
What did we
Oh.
change?
I think I know why. Maybe it was this.
Oh, it's because of the div in
Maybe.
there.
Maybe it was that. Probably. No, it wasn't. What's going on here?
Weird.
Interesting indeed. The moment we click, the fireworks come out, but then gets completely not there.
Well, it's not even logging the counter.
Oh, you're right.
Uh,
So the moment we click something,
weird. Oh, we changed the CSS though.
all we did was put CSS. What if I do this? What happens now? It shouldn't do anything. Like, no, it is something. It's not about the CSS.
Okay. Let's take a look. We didn't change anything there. Maybe the div's not messing with it, right?
No. Wait, is it?
It might be because it's looking for all the children of it.
You think so? Wait.
If anybody knows what's going on.
No. Wow, this is interesting.
Is it? It's not because the button's inside the form, right? Do we have to move it
You know
outside the
what?
form?
It probably could be. Maybe. Let's try. Let's try that now. It was.
Huh.
Okay, that's an easy
Okay.
fix though.
We can fix that.
Yeah, we could just put this div
No, yeah,
up
we can
here.
just, yeah.
Just contain everything. And then we
So we'll
put
put a
this div
div.
all the way down here. Like that. Does it reach? Okay, that was
We
okay.
pushed the pretty button, and it just prettifies everything.
How do you do that? I don't know how to do it.
Near the run button, there's like a
Near the
uh,
what run button?
the yeah. There's over to the right a little bit. There's a auto format button. To the left of the refresh button.
Here?
No. Move over to the right a little bit. A little more. Like stop. Okay, down a little bit. To the left, right there. Yeah.
Aha. I did not
Yes.
know that
No.
was here. Okay.
Maybe it fixed stuff. I don't know if it did. Now if we uncomment this, yes, it didn't move the paragraph in.
It
On
didn't?
line 50.
What? For real? Oh, that was the wrong one. I didn't want to do that. Okay. There we go. Okay. It didn't move the form in either. This is weird. Okay, whatever. It works. So now we can do div ID. We can make div ID be the one that or we could just change it
Is
to
hidden.
quiz form. We could just do this. This should still work, right?
Yeah, if we don't have an ID there. Hopefully.
That should still work.
This one,
Let's try.
CSS. Okay.
Before we do the CSS, let's see if this works. Oh,
We can fix that. We'll fix that. We'll fix it.
okay. Yeah, so it works. Yeah, I know what happened here.
Oh, we just moved it outside the tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So now let's enable our CSS and then
Okay.
happy 4th of July. Oh my. Yes, please, if you're going to do this at home,
There we go.
be more better. Although our fireworks do get cut off a little bit, we can change that though, right? In the JavaScript file.
In the script.
So where it says the canvas width equals window width times 8, we could just set it equal to window width, right? Make it full screen.
We could just set it equal to window width.
Yeah, with no multiplier.
You put two.
Mistake, okay.
I was wondering what that was. I was like, what?
Okay.
Wait, what? There's two? Okay, submit. There we go.
Woo!
Should we try to do a full screen?
Yeah. You open up a new tab to a full screen thing.
Tab. Whoa. I don't see.
Oh. It's concerning.
What happened? That is
So weird.
Hold on, let me refresh. How about I refresh here? Nope, not doing anything. It's so weird.
What happens if you copy and paste that link in the thing?
Wait. Oh. There we go. Okay. 6, that, and then that. There we go.
Woo!
Fireworks everywhere. But that's I believe we're gonna end it here, right?
Yes, if there are any questions, please let us know. Also, happy belated 4th of July to everybody watching. Thank you all so very much for tuning in. We did take a short break from our typically scheduled programming. but we will be returning soon with all of the fun stuff.
Yep.
Someone Solid Puns says, "Great coding session."
Oh, thank you, Solid Puns. He's a new viewer, isn't he? I haven't heard.
Oh yeah, Solid Puns has not you know, maybe one day he will join, or he or she will join the ranks of TT.
TT definitely has created a reputation for himself. That's
Uh-huh.
for sure.
Solid Puns has been around though. Okay, wow.
Oh, this looks like a cinematic experience when I put it full screen. Look at that. Wow, that looks so cool. All right, but yeah, I guess we'll call it here, man.
All right, well, take care, everybody.
Make sure if you guys like what you're watching to like and subscribe.
Yes.
Streams are always Wednesdays at 4 and Saturdays at 1 Central Standard Time. And also be on the lookout for more videos every Tuesday and Thursday.
Yes.
All right.
All right, ending stream in 3, 2, 1.
Bye, everybody.
It's ending. It said it has